Welcome to day 11 out of our Christmas stories. Now tonight is a very special story. It is called A Christmas Carol, read by an unknown artist. Everyone was afraid of Ebenezer Scrooge. He was cold-hearted and as bitter as the frosty wind that blew outside, especially at Christmas. When his nephew Fred came to visit on Christmas Eve, Scrooge scowled. "Merry Christmas!" called Fred. "Bah! Humbug!" replied Scrooge. Fred couldn't understand his uncle's bad mood. After all, Scrooge's business had made him very rich. But still, he refused to put more coal on the fire to keep his clerk warm, or give any money to the poor. Scrooge even refused Fred's invitation to celebrate Christmas together. Oh my. Scrooge closed the office and returned home. The house he lived in had once belonged to his business partner, Jacob Marley, but he had been dead for 7 years. Although it was darker inside, darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked it. Suddenly he heard a loud clank, clank. Then someone he knew appeared. It was Jacob Marley, dragging chains along the ground, and he was a ghost. At first Scrooge didn't believe it. Then Marley spoke. "You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Without their visits, you will end up in chains because of all your bad deeds, just like me." Why am I clearing my throat a lot? I don't understand. But anyway, Scrooge went straight to bed and only woke up when the clock struck 1. Ding dong! A bright light flashed. Then a spirit appeared at his bedside, just as Jacob Marley promised. "I am the spirit of Christmas past. I am here to help you," it said, taking Scrooge by the hand. To Scrooge's surprise, the spirit led him straight through his bedroom wall. On the other side was a classroom. "I went to school here," gasped Scrooge. Sure enough, a boy sat alone reading while his friends played outside. Scrooge remembered that Christmas and wiped away a tear. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. The spirit took Scrooge's hand again and showed him another Christmas. "This was my first job, with Mr. Fezziwig," said Scrooge. "No more work, it's time for the Christmas party," said Fezziwig. Scrooge remembered how happy he had felt, and he knew that was worth more than all the money in the world. "We don't have much time," asked the spirit, and a beautiful woman from Scrooge's past appeared. "Belle," he whispered, "you've chosen a life of greed. You don't love me any more," said Belle. "Show me no more of that terrible Christmas," begged Scrooge, and the spirit disappeared. Ding dong! Scrooge woke up back in his bed. He waited, but no spirit appeared. Then he opened the door and saw his home transformed. It was decorated with holly, mistletoe, and ivy, and a giant spirit sat by the fire. "Come in," said the spirit. "I am the spirit of Christmas present." Scrooge was transported to Fred's house, where everyone was celebrating. "I can't be angry at my uncle," said Fred. It's a shame that he's missing our Christmas fun." His guests grumbled in disagreement. Then the spirit led Scrooge to his clerk's house. Bob was poor, but his family was very happy. They celebrated with a toast to Scrooge, and Bob's mother, I should say, wished she could tell the stingy man what she really thought of him. "Merry Christmas, everyone," said Tiny Tim. Scrooge was touched at the sight of the kind-hearted little boy, but Bob looked worried as his son spoke. Tiny Tim walked with a crutch and was very weak. "Will Tiny Tim live?" asked Scrooge. "No, "No, not unless something changes," replied the spirit. Ding dong! The spirit of Christmas present disappeared, and the bell struck for the arrival of the last spirit. A silent, hooded figure moved towards Scrooge like a mist through the darkness. He couldn't see its face, and asked, "Are you the spirit of Christmas yet to come?" The spirit's only reply was to reach out from beneath its cloak. Scrooge felt very afraid, but he knew the spirit wanted to help. "Lead on," said Scrooge. First, the spirit showed Scrooge a group of businessmen talking about a man who had died, but none of them missed him. Next, Scrooge saw Bob's family again, but this Christmas everyone was quiet. "We'll never forget Tiny Tim," said Bob. Finally, the spirit showed Scrooge a gravestone. "Does this belong to the man who died who nobody cared about?" he asked. The spirit pointed, and Scrooge fell to the ground sobbing when he saw his own name. He promised to listen to all the lessons the spirit had taught and always honor Christmas. "Please tell me the things you have shown me can change," he cried. "I am not the man I was." Suddenly Scrooge woke up in his own bed, and his face was still wet with tears. It was all real, he said. Scrooge ran to the window and called, "What day is it?" "It's Christmas Day," replied a boy. "I haven't missed it," laughed Scrooge. "There's still time to fix things." Scrooge was happy. He stepped outside in his finest clothes and asked the boy to buy the biggest turkey in the shop to send to Bob. Then Scrooge gave a large donation to a man collecting money for the poor. As he walked the streets, Scrooge wished everyone he met a Merry Christmas, and he smiled with joy when they wished him one too. Then he arrived at his nephew's house. "Come on," said Fred, welcoming him inside. Together they had the perfect Christmas. Scrooge even surprised Bob with a pay rise and a promise to help his family. He did it all and much more. Tiny Tim got better after all, and Scrooge became like a second father to him. From that day on, Scrooge honored Christmas better than any man. And so, as Tiny Tim said, "Merry Christmas, everyone!" What a good story. See you tomorrow for day 12.